Hi everyone, today I will briefly tell you about my story. The story title is A Journey of the Homeland to the Unknown. My story has traveled with me to several countries, which is migration without an address. Migration is to search for a homeland. There are many questions that are repeated in my mind. Are there multiple forms of the homeland? Is the homeland just a word? Is the real homeland being inside the human being? What is meaning of the word homeland? This question do not concern me alone, but concern every migrant and refugee. Why does a person migrate from one place to another? Home is a word that changed its meaning from one person to another. As Aristotle said, the homeland is the place where the human being is at his best. There is an English proverb that says, the homeland has no place. So where are we? Where did we live? We were born and live in a place for a long period of time that used to call it home. I still hear the voice of memorize every night. I dream about my school clothes and bags. When I was 5 years old and went to kindergarten with the school bus driver, Ammu Hussein or Uncle Hussein, I was sitting by the window watching my country. And also when I was sitting in the classroom, I was sitting by the window to watch the raindrops fall on the tree leaf. At that time, I was very happy. I was letting my imagination fly very far. I draw my dream through the window. 1980s, we could hear about parents talking about war and repeating the word war. We didn't understand the true meaning of this word. After several days passed, we hear the sound of the war surrounding us from everywhere. The sound of the siren was more terrifying than the sound of the bomb. That sound was killing our childhood. Years passed and the war eats us as the rust eats iron. Our steps are moving toward the rhythm of the war in the direction of an unknown future. From here, the journey of the home began. I traveled to Jordan by the bus and I live in it. I walked a lot, got to know many people, and started my first journey from scratch. Years later, I couldn't find my homeland, so I decided to search for a new home. I traveled to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates to start my new journey from scratch too, but this time it was a very long journey. I worked for years in various fields and in several positions trying to build my new homeland. Years passed, I got married and I had children who went to school and sang the national anthem of the country. 20 years later, they told me this is not your home. I left my house and went to a place where there was no one, trying to gain myself and make the right decision for my family. At the same point, I didn't remember anything except at this moment that I lost 23 years of my life because of a foolish decision that has nothing to do with the humanity. On the same night, I decided to travel to Morocco, and this is my fourth trip. Again, I start from zero, which is zero number 4. I lived in a new homeland for 2 years. 2 years loaded with all the details I mentioned in the previous homeland. As usual, I didn't find my homeland. Finally, we decide to search for a new country and different from the previous ones in order to start a journey number 5. And here I am now. I'm still searching for my homeland. Therefore, is the real homeland inside the human being?